inaugural 2015 Grand American Conference Legacy Awards concluded this weekend, and the performance voted the top single game performance by a team, the Harding Lady Bisons in the GAC Women's Basketball Championship Final against Arkansas Tech. We're joined now by head coach Tim Kirby. I remember back in that game, Coach, you can think back to March, you guys were down a couple at halftime, and then you outscored them by 21 in the second half to help capture that elusive title. If you can remember back to that halftime, what do you remember being said as you prepared for that second half?
After you play a team as many times as we had, and your scouting reports are probably pretty accurate. We just talked about trying to continue to do the things that we had worked on, just to try to stop some of their offensive sets, and also a couple of their players who are just very talented. And we can remember thinking back to the successful things that took place in previous games, and I thought a couple of players really responded well defensively to be able to help us get some stops. And then, when you start making a run, you just never know how long those things are going to last. And I thought we made a couple of really nice runs there in the second half that we were able to continue for an extended period of time. And making free throws at the end of the game I thought was really huge. They started fouling us late, and we were like 11 out of 12 or something from the free throw line to finish the game, and that always helps.
And in looking back at the box score, remember it took you a minute to get Player of the Year Ariel Saunders going, but she was big in that second half. And I think with the free throws there, talking about Andi Haney, was that a point of emphasis to get those two going, like I said, to help get you that win?
Yeah, like I said, we had a couple of players really respond to some things that we knew we had to try to do. I thought Montana Lewis, again, was huge defensively too. You can't make those runs if you don't get stops. And I thought defensively she was about as right for the entire tournament as anything that I've ever seen as far as an individual defensive performance. It seemed like every game that we played in the tournament, she came up big with the matchup that she had, and being able to stop Fatima and do some things there late in the game, I thought was really big to us being able to make those runs offensively. But again, those runs don't take place unless you have the stops.
And in tournaments, it sure seems like if you're ahead, the clock moves at a glacial pace. If you're behind, it's gone. You're down. All of a sudden, you're down to the 3-minute mark in no time. Having been in a final now 3 times in 4 years, did you get that feeling, late against Tech that clock just wouldn't hit zeros, or how was the mood on the benches? Kind of things were going to be realized. You guys were going to take home that title.
Well, sometimes those do take forever, and you're just wondering, hey, can we finish this thing out? And when somebody's stepping up to the free throw line, that's always kind of nerve-wracking as a coach. But I felt real confident in the people that were getting those shots, especially Andi being able to step up to make the free throws. But yeah, the clock does move slow, but I think we had some confidence there, just knowing that we'd been there before, and I think there was some really calm players out there on the floor during that period of time that you could see it on their faces and their body language that we need to go finish this thing out. And I thought that was being able to look back on some of the experience that we had, I thought was really big to finish in that game.
And you had, like I said, a veteran-laden team there, girls that have been part of deep runs to the GAC tournament, first year and then their junior years, and then their first NCAA appearance in 2014. Just what did it mean to finally, we've had another episode to see this dream realized, to them be the ones cutting the nets down there at the end of the game?
That was probably the most exciting part about the whole tournament, is just seeing some of those seniors that had come up a little bit short in the tournament a few years, be able to experience winning a championship, I thought was probably the most exciting part of that night. Just seeing the look on their faces, and it was almost a relief to a few of them, just knowing that we had a chance a couple of years before that, and being able to finish it out. You just saw some really excited girls.
And just to wrap up here again, all these the legacy votes were done by fan voting, and certainly the Rowdy Bisons there that you guys have at Harding certainly had a great say in many awards as Harding takes on a few legacy awards. Just speak to what it means to have this loyal fan base behind you guys, both on the court and even here on social media.
Yeah, we've got a great fan base, and you guys do a great job of keeping people informed on what's going on, not just with women's basketball, but we have fans that cross over in sports. It's not just one sport that they support, and it doesn't matter if we're playing tennis or soccer or basketball or football. It's basically the same people that are supporting all of it, and that makes it exciting. Just being able to go to another sporting event and seeing the same fans that get involved there too. It's a neat place to work, and we do have a great group of fans, whether it's students or people that just live in town that support us, or families that their kids are involved. It's a lot of fun and very exciting.
Well, Coach, a second regular season title, your first ever GAC tournament title, and now you'll always be the first ones to win the GAC Legacy Award for single game performance by a team. I'm sure you'll treasure that one just as much and put it on a ring itself. We thank you for joining us today, and again, congratulations on a terrific season there with the Lady Bisons.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.